I'm back again. Hello, everyone. Your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wild, bringing you some more animal news and research. This time, a wild orangutan has used some leaves to self medicate to heal his face wound for the first time. It's been, documented. This animal has used a plant substance to heal his huge face wound. So y'all see that big face wound right there? Yep, he healed that up just with some leaves. Okay, he did not need help from any humans. He did it himself. So we'll get into that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, give this stream a thumbs up. Shout out to the replay gang. Make sure you guys share, yeah, all of that good stuff. Check out some more videos and lives and YouTube shorts here on my channel. I did a little channel cleanup, so make sure you guys check out everything. But we are going to get into this amazing animal that healed himself without, humans, just using Mother Nature, which she provided for him, and he healed his face up like brand new, honey. Okay, so we are going to get into it. The research was actually published in the Nature Journal of Scientific Reports. Okay, so we are going to get into that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, do I need to do a little zoom in? And I'm going to show you guys all of the pictures. They have the picture showing the timeline of his face healing. So yeah, it's amazing. These animals are very intelligent, and I have my thoughts. I'll give my wild thoughts later on. Okay, so scientific reports, the Nature Journal, active self treatment of a facial wound with a biologically active plant by a male Sumatran orangutan. Okay, now the abstract. We're not going to read this full thing because we're going to just jump into what matters the most here, right? The wound, him healing that. We're going to look at the pictures and all of that good stuff. Okay, so the abstract. Although self medication in non human animals is often difficult to document systematically due to the difficulty of predicting its occurrence, there is a widespread evidence of such behaviors as whole leaf swallowing, bitter pith chewing, and fur rubbing in African great apes, orangutans, white-handed gibbons, and several other species of monkeys in Africa, Central and South America, and Madagascar. To the best of our knowledge, there is only one report of active wound treatment in non-human animals, namely in chimpanzees. I did a podcast episode on this maybe over a year ago. Yes, on the chimpanzees doing this. But we've observed a male Sumatran orangutan who sustained a facial wound 3 days after the injury. He selectively ripped off leaves of a liana with the common name Akar kuning, chewed on them, and then repeatedly applied the resulting juice onto the facial wound. As a last step, he fully covered the wound with the chew leaves found in tropical forests of Southeast Asia. This and related liana species are known for their, what is it? Um, I'm not saying it. But listen, it's been used in traditional medicine to treat various diseases, okay, such as diabetes and malaria. Okay, that's what we need to know. Y'all see it? Okay. Previous analysis of plant chemical compounds show the presence of alkaloids, which are known to have antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antifungal, and antioxidant, all those antis. Okay, where's Rihanna? We need the anti. Okay, where's Rihanna? But yeah, and other biological activities of relevance of wound healing. Okay, so this plant has been used before for wound healing, well, for traditional medicine. And they say, listen, this plant, its compounds, it has some some anti-inflammatory stuff going on, so this possibly in a innovative behavior persists presents the first systematically documented case of active wound treatment with plant species known to contain biologically active substances by a wild animal, and provides new insights into the origins of human wound care. Okay. So here we go. We're going to do a quick introduction and just go over some of this stuff, and then we're going to get into the pictures, okay? And then I'll give my wild thoughts, and we'll get up out of here, and everybody can enjoy their Saturday, okay? Now, in the early 1960s, Jane God, uh, did I'm saying her name right? Listen, Jane. Jane first described the presence of whole leaves in the feces of chimpanzees. Okay, by the late 1990s, this behavior is now called whole leaf swallowing. Was documented at several African great ape study sites, along with bitter pith chewing, and demonstrated to have therapeutic anti-parasitic functions. Since then, various forms of self-medication have been observed in wild great apes. Some of the most detailed evidence for animal self medication comes from research in primates. Okay. Animal self medication is now divided into five categories. One, sick behaviors such as anorexia. Two, avoidance behaviors such as avoiding feces, contaminated food or water. Three, some behaviors such as routine consumption of foods with preventative or health maintenance effects. Basically eating some, continuously eating foods that have some health maintenance effects. Four, therapeutic behaviors defined by the ingestion of a small amount of biologically active or toxic substance with no or little nutritional value for the curative treatment of a disease or its symptoms. And five, therapeutic topical application of active plants onto the body for the treatment of external health conditions or placement of such species in the nest, as like, insect repellent and stuff like that. Now, several of these behaviors can be found in wild apes. Okay, so they have category one, two, and all of that stuff, but we're going to jump down to category five, okay, because that's what we're focused on. We're focused on the topical application of, things to heal wounds and self-medicate. So we're here, okay. Reports of the topical application of plants or insects to one's own body, category five, are found in a limited number of texts, but the evidence of medicine benefits remain mostly whatever. However, there is growing evidence for the application of biologically active plant compounds to the skin in orangutans. Wow. So at the Sambangu peat swamp forest in central Kalimantan, two adult female and one adolescent female Bornean orangutans were observed chewing leaves of a certain plant that I cannot pronounce for 3 to 5 minutes, and then rubbing these resulting green white lather onto their arms and legs for up to 35 minutes. 10 years later, a follow up study confirmed the same behavior in six additional adult females and one flaying male of the same population. The behavior appeared to be intentional as only specific body parts were treated. The behavior was repeated several times until the hair was fully wet, and the entire process took a considerable amount of time. Orangutans were never observed ingesting the leaves. Okay, now the plant that this species was using, the plant is a used in medicine, I guess, used by indigenous people, yes, for several medical treatments, including sore muscles, joint or bone pain, after a stroke. Wow. Swelling. Wow. Okay. So, this has been, documented before. Animals using certain, leaves and things like that to, get it together. Okay. Now, the researchers here say we here report for the first time active wound treatment with a known biologically active plant substance by a male Sumatran orangutan in the wild, and discuss the hypothesis that this may be a form of self-medication to treat a wound and possibly prevent infection and accelerate wound healing. Okay. That's that on that. Okay. So let's run down the quick stuff so we can get into the pictures. Okay. Because, it ain't too much. This live don't need to be that long. Look, we already 10 minutes in. Okay. Y'all already know. But I'm here to give y'all the news and I will continue. Study site. The observations took place in the Suaq, Bling, I don't know, research area in Indonesia, okay, in the Gunung Leisure National Park in South Arch in Indonesia. Is in Indonesia, okay? That's that's all I got for you. The research area is approximately, we don't need to know that, but since 1994, the wild Sumatran orangutans, there have been the subjects of non-invasive, most have been the subjects of non-invasive, mostly, not mostly. I need to go to sleep. I've been tired. It's been a long day. I'll tell you guys later. Almost exclusively, for observational research. Okay, so just looking, watching them, seeing what they doing. That's it. Okay, so the male Sumatran orangutan named Racus was first observed in March of 2009. At that time, Racus was an unflanked male, i.e., adult, but without secondary actual characteristics, and was estimated to be born in the late 1980s. He is either a resident to the area or a frequent visitor. Now, Racus went through a secondary growth spurt in 2021 and has been a fully flanked male since August of 2021. Okay. So data collection procedure, um, data on orangutans, they're using all day focal follows. Data collection starts when an individual is found or when they leave their night nest in the morning until they build a new night nest in the evening. Data is collection at 2 minute intervals following standardized protocols for orangutan behavioral observations. Furthermore, all real behaviors are described in detail on an all occurrence basis in the notes section of the data sheets. Okay. Now, Rackus was a focal individual from June 22nd, on the day this fresh wound was first noted, to June 26th, from June 28th to the 30th, on July 5th, July 19th, and August 5th of 2022. The wound treatment data was collected on June 25th, 2022, and described in detail in the note section of the data sheets. Unfortunately, no photos or videos were taken of the wound treatment. Okay, so no videos or pictures of the wound treatment, but we got the healing. Okay. They took detailed pictures of the plant specimen that was used by the orangutan to ensure reliable identification. However, due to a lack of necessary permits, we were unable to collect and store a physical sample of the specimen. The picture of the specimen were compared to the site's detailed picture based, which was established at the beginning of the research activities at the SOEC. Okay, ethical guidelines for anybody that's like stressed out, like did they like bother the orangutans too much and stuff like that. The data collection in wild orangutans was strictly observational. And I don't know, observe. Y'all know I can't say certain words, honey. This Baltimore accent get me tongue tied. Okay, but they only observed the animals and collected without any interaction with the study animals. Okay, so y'all they did everything legal and did the legal requirements of Indonesia. Okay, so let's get into the results. Okay, I'm gonna read, but I'm gonna show you guys this picture and I'm gonna drop myself down. So let's get into it. Let me make sure you guys can see. I'm gonna have to zoom out. No, I'll scroll down for you guys when you need to see. Okay. But on June 22nd of 20 wait. Okay, so on June 22nd, 2022, our research team first noticed that Ruckus had a fresh wound on his right flank and inside his mouth, first visible when he emitted a long call. How he got the wound is unknown. However, typically flying males acquire the kinds of wounds during fights with other flying males. Vocal evidence of a fight between orangutan males were reported early on the same day of this when they observed this, right? Now, the process of the wound healing, Ruckus fed on and later applied the leaves to his facial wound on June 25th. On June 26th, he was again observed feeding on the leaves. And by June 30th, the wound was closed. And by August 25th, we barely, it was barely visible. Okay. So, yes, let me scroll down. So here we go. June 22nd, 2022. Boom, big old face. Rackus might have, was scrapping. He was out there possibly scrapping, got this wound. He was trying, tell the other orangutan, listen, you ain't finna do nothing around here. Oh, you thought you did something? You thought you did something to my face? Watch how I heal this, honey, and I'll be right back to beefing with you. But I'm gonna heal my face up, right? uh June 23rd, wound bust open, is all open, honey. June 24th, 2022, still got the wound. June 25th, okay, is okay. June 26th, he just chilling, eating the leaves. June 30th, look at that wound, look like it's healing up. Look, you could see it. It's healing up. July the 5th. Look, they done got this picture of him barely, right? They make sure they got that eye though. July 19th, boom. Still looking good. Look at that handsome orangutan. And then August the 5th, boom, his face is healed. Okay. So listen, these animals are very intelligent. They know what they're doing. They've been living in these places, in these habitats for forever. You don't think they know what plants to use for their wounds? I had an African person tell me, um, that's how, you know, some African tribes and stuff, that's how they knew what plants they could eat, what plants they could use, because they would sit in a bush and they would observe. They would look at the gorillas. They would look at the apes. They would look at the monkeys. They would look at them and see what they're eating, see what they're using, right? If they can eat it, sometimes I can eat it, right? Rare chance that they can only eat it and you can't, because they've built up a resistance of eating this particular plant or any type of plant, right? That humans cannot. However, yeah, that's what an African person told me years ago. Like, yeah, we've watched animals through these years and we've learned from them, right? And this isn't a surprise. It's the first documented for a Sumatran orangutan. But it's exciting. It's new animal research. It sucks that they didn't get actual photos and videos of uh Ruckus actually, like, grinding it up, chewing on it, grinding it up, and smacking it on his face. Can you imagine seeing him with a facial? It's like a facial. You see him, he got all this green chewed up leaves on his face. What you doing over there? It's a spa day in the jungle. It's a spa day in the jungle. We was beefing, we was out here scrapping, we was out here fighting. Got a little war wound, but nothing like a plant leaf spa day to keep the wound cleaned and keep the affection away. Right? Okay, bars, somewhat. So yeah, I think it's really cool. I think orangutans have one of the most beautiful faces of um the apes, honey. I don't care. I think monkeys, I think apes, uh all of them, I think they have some beautiful faces. They have beautiful bone structure. I don't care what anybody says. That's why when one of those folks, the R word, when they try to insult black people and call us monkeys and say we look like monkeys, I don't get offended, baby. I don't care. Thank you. Because I think they're one of the most unique creatures with their facial features, and how they all have their unique bone structures and stuff like that. So when an R person, okay, calls you and tells you you look like a monkey, you just laugh, okay? Don't take offense. But we'll talk about that on another Let's Talk Wild live podcast for Juneteenth, okay? We'll get into that because I have a lot of things to say about that. But yes, this is awesome. Great news. I'm happy that Ruckus, Ruckus, not Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. But I'm happy that he was able to, heal his wound, and that the humans did not step in. Well, they couldn't step in. But like I said, these animals been on this earth, honey. They've been living in this wilderness for a long, long time. They know how to heal their selves. They know what to do. They learn, they adapt, they learn from each other. Yeah. So you guys let me know how you guys are feeling about it. Make sure you guys leave a comment, subscribe to the Let's Talk Wild YouTube channel and podcast here on YouTube and on all podcasting platforms. Make sure you check out some of my celebrity animal interactions and celebrity pet videos on my YouTube shorts. And also check out the Let's Talk Wild regular podcast. I just did a podcast about Sonic and Knuckles, so make sure you guys go check that out. That's doing very well. Shout out to everybody that watched that and checked that out and shared it and all of that good stuff. Leave a comment. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Share, and all of that good stuff. I'm gonna keep bringing y'all some animal news, animal research, all things animals around here. Okay, y'all already know. I want to enjoy my Saturday. Hold up, I was going to give y'all a little life update real quick. So I stayed up all last night. I didn't go to sleep until I didn't wake up until about not wake up. I went to sleep at 5:30. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep at 5 o'clock. I went to sleep at 5:30 and then woke up at like 8:15, right? Been up. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to take a nap because that's why I had more. Y'all know I mess up sometimes when I'm reading, but that's another reason why like I was like fumbling, like reading a little bit today. Because I'm extremely tired and I need sleep. I was like, I'm not going to take a nap before the lives because if I take a nap, I'm not going to wake up in time to do my lives. And I wanted to do two. I wanted to do the one on the San Diego Zoo, getting two new panda bears from China. And I wanted to talk about a wild orangutan that used leaves to self-medicate and heal his face wound. Okay. So I was like, I'm going live back to back. Okay. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have a good weekend. If Naked and Afraid has a season 10 episode, not season 10, season 17, episode 12 tomorrow. I'm not sure. I will be going live after Naked and Afraid to give my review and recap. But if they don't, um, I may go live just to give a full roundabout of my full thoughts of the Naked and Afraid season, my favorite survivor list, and stuff like that. So we'll see. Because I thought they wasn't going to drop a episode last Sunday, but they sure did. I thought episode 10 was the last of season 17, but they dropped episode 11. So we'll see. You guys stay in the loop. Turn on your post notifications so you guys can know when I go live. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to y'all. Y'all already know the saying, love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals, and especially the orangutans that be out here scrapping, okay? Scrapping, getting these war wounds, but they know how to fix it up, okay? They don't need nobody in their corner. They don't need no cut person like in boxing, honey. They don't need a cut person. You know what they got? You know what? They do need a cut person. It's Mother Nature. Mother Nature said, I gotcha. Use these leaves here. Chew them up. Put them on your face. Now, it's been a few weeks. Your face is healed. You could get back out there and scrap again. Fighting for the women, fighting for the territory, fighting for all of that. But make sure you guys love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals, and the orangutans. Bye.